Welcome everyone. Today I'm excited to show you how my company, Bodhi AI, transformed overwhelming constraints into an incredible opportunity. With just $1,000 and a 3-week deadline, I built a premium customer portal for a cryptocurrency training program designed to generate up to $1.5 million in revenue. This project wasn't just about meeting a deadline though. It was about proving that with the right mindset and the power of AI, businesses can break barriers and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Let me show you how I made the impossible possible in my Chief AI Officer capstone project review. All right, up first, I'll give you a brief introduction to myself. I'll then talk through some of the market challenges we faced in this project, the high stakes objectives that we had at our fingertips. We'll then talk about the AI-powered solutions that we put into place, the implementation timeline that we followed, the data privacy elements of this project, which I think are pretty crucial, the business results and impact, and then we'll also wrap up with a post-deployment strategy. Then we'll also talk through some key takeaways and next steps that we walk through with this project. All right, so a little bit about me. I'm Zac Engler, the CEO and founder of Bodhi AI. Our mission is to optimize careers and companies through AI-driven workflows and ensure the approach remains ethical and secure. A little bit about me, I'm an author and speaker. I'm working on an upcoming book called Turning on Machines, which explores humanity's evolving relationship with technology and how we ignite the rise of machines, resist their growing influence, and ultimately embrace them as partners in innovation. By blending strategic insight with cultural reflection, this book really challenges leaders to navigate these complex dynamics and drive progress without losing the oh so important human touch. I'm also a first-time founder with nearly 20 years of experience behind me, merging talent leadership and AI innovation to drive growth in healthcare, industrial robotics, and AI software sectors. I'm also an AI-driven leader, skilled in launching initiatives that empower teams through process automation, chatbots, large language models, reinforcement learning, and workflow optimization. Last but not least, I am definitely a family-first kind of guy with a keen appreciation for the fleeting joys of childhood. I have this deep-seated desire to really make the most of my time with this beautiful and growing family of mine, and my ultimate goal is really to make an impact on the world so that it can be a place they can enjoy as they grow up as well. All right, so just a quick word of caution. I am definitely a firm believer that AI is here to support us, not replace us. And with that being said, I'd love to dive into this project and some of the challenges we faced as well as the outcomes we saw. So my first question is, if I just walked up to you and said that I single-handedly launched a website, chatbot, automated customer data portal in just 3 weeks on a $1,000 budget, which saved the client over $35,000 in costs, you'd probably think that I was bluffing, right? But this wasn't just a lucky break or some hidden talent of mine. It was strategic AI deployment at its best. And today I'm breaking down exactly how I did it. So up first, let's look at the market challenges that were faced, which number one being internal capabilities, which were none. Second, if you think breaking through the noise in the AI space can be challenging, in the crypto space, it's near impossible. This oversaturated, influencer-led market takes trust and reputation to overcome the memes and Ponzi schemes that are prevalent in that environment. And third, the client had a tight budget and an even tighter turnaround time of just 3 weeks. So as we continue in this presentation, I'll demonstrate how generative AI and automation help solve these major business challenges, inspired leaders to rethink operational efficiency and scale without traditional constraints, and ultimately engage customers who would have otherwise turned to more traditional programs. Lastly, one of the key takeaways that I think is pretty crucial is that constraints don't limit innovation, mindsets do. AI and automation unlock possibilities even under extreme limitations. All right, so let's talk about the higher stakes objectives. 3 weeks before launch, the client was overwhelmed. They had no website, no marketing, and barely enough budget for a single campaign on Facebook, let alone an entire customer screening portal that was automated with AI. So we flipped the script with AI, and here's how we did it. We launched a premium VIP training program vetting system that was ultimately designed to deliver $500,000 to $1.5 million in revenue for customers that subscribe to this training program. And to achieve this, we needed to deploy a fully operational web-based solution rapidly using minimal resources. So although the client developed the training program themselves, how customers were vetted and getting them signed up to this training program was something that needed to be automated, and the leads definitely needed to be qualified. So success really depended on maximizing customer acquisition through this automated lead qualification process, crafting an exclusive experience tailored for elite investors who are seeking innovative ways to enhance their portfolio. And we had to act fast to deliver all of this with high impact results in record time. Up next, let's talk about the AI-powered solutions that we put into place. So to overcome these challenges, we leveraged AI at pretty much every stage of the project. We used tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity to craft our brand identity and marketing content. I used Freepik AI, Leonardo, Adobe Express, Copilot image generator to deliver professional visuals and graphic design. I used HubSpot automation to streamline lead qualification and customer engagement. I used Bolt.new and Netlify to enable a rapid website deployment. And lastly, we used MailChimp to power outreach to over 15,000 subscribers on the client's channels. All right, so let's talk through the implementation timeline. This was definitely a race against time, and I can break down into 3 critical phases. Week 1, we developed the brand identity and content. Week 2, we built a website and automated workflows. And week 3, we tested the entire system and launched at a live event. And every step was optimized for speed and impact. So let's take an in-depth look at each of these stages. Okay, so week 1, brand ID and content. Week 1 was really all about setting up the dominoes so they could fall as the project unfolded, and aligning with the leadership team so that we could move through everything swiftly at each stage of the project. After a 3-hour meeting with the CEO and COO, we confirmed the project proposal, landed on the key objectives and deliverables, and everybody was ready to move forward. All right, so then in week 2, the website build, the chatbot, and workflow automation, this was really the most intensive week of the project. All the elements had to come together, and I definitely had my hands full with the following elements. So up first, the initial landing page came together in about 15 minutes. It was really the refinement that took time. Connecting the CTA links to HubSpot was definitely a breeze thanks to Bolt.new's automated coding. GoDaddy's domain setup was also pretty easy to do. However, connecting the landing page to the custom domain with Netlify was definitely tricky and took way more time than I definitely anticipated. And it almost took more time than pretty much any other element of this project. The customer chat flow in HubSpot was also pretty time intensive because of the conditional logic required by the chatbot to ensure a smooth user experience. And proactively, I tied all the client answers to contact properties in HubSpot so the client could then leverage customer data for future campaigns. Lastly, I automated client interview scheduling so they could screen all the customers for this elite training program right through HubSpot so that manual bookings weren't required. And when all was said and done, I had a 1-hour one-on-one with the CEO to review all the initial work and confirm that we were on the right track for delivery. So where did that take us? That took us to week 3, where we were testing, launching, and even doing some ad hoc work at a live event. So up first, I tested the workflows myself. I went through everything from start to finish to probe for issues and errors, figuring out all the little bugs and hiccups along the way. I then partnered with an internal support staff member to run all the tests again and make sure that if there's anything that I didn't see, they caught it as well. So those last quality checks were crucial. Then we presented the final workflow to the CEO for approval. And once he went through everything, we were able to sign off and kick off with a launch at a live event that they were hosting. This VIP event invited about 60 people to Las Vegas for a weekend of race car driving and all sorts of other exciting activities for these high-rolling clients. And for this event, as an ad hoc piece, I created an iPhone wallpaper for all of the members of the company to put on their phones. which had a QR code and all the branding of this new training program, so that when they were meeting with these VIP clients, they could hold up their phone, have the user scan a QR code, and be brought instantly to this VIP landing page to get started on this new process. The CEO, COO, and the rest of the team really loved that nice little touch. And to cap everything off with how we handle data and security and privacy, these are all elements that I think are absolutely crucial, especially when customers have information about finances involved in any sort of project. So to do this, we implemented GDPR and CCPA compliant data collection through HubSpot. We encrypted all of the data, and we used consent checkboxes and authorization statements to ensure transparency so that any customer coming to these landing pages knew exactly what they were getting into and what they were signing up for and how their data would be used. All right, so results. What was the outcome of all of this? And personally, I'm a little biased, but I think it was pretty remarkable. When you compare what Bodhi AI did versus the average managed service provider, better known as an MSP, we achieved 97% cost savings. We delivered about $35,000 worth of services for just $1,000, far outperforming any MSP costs. We also did it in 21 weeks faster, launching in just 3 weeks versus a standard 24-week period for an MSP. Lastly, we also automated the potential for growth. By using AI-powered workflows and automated contact property assignments, we can ensure the future marketing campaigns for this client are optimized. And even for leads that don't engage in the current training program, all that information can still be leveraged for future prospects or programs. We also ensured scalable efficiency. So by having fully automated lead qualification, onboarding, and marketing outreach without any additional staffing, the client can still be nimble and move through their projects without any additional workload. So really, Bodhi AI unlocked faster, smarter, more scalable growth with future-focused solutions, all to the benefit of the client, which is something that I'm immensely proud of. Okay, so do something great. What were the business impact here? Let's break that down a little bit. Ultimately, I was able to deliver a premium product that would typically take a team of 7 people 4 to 6 months to do. Using AI-powered automation and branding, I enabled scalable growth with professional-grade content. And my success didn't stop at launch, neither did the clients. We integrated all the HubSpot analytics so that real-time performance tracking can be leveraged, as well as data-driven decisions for future marketing efforts. And by automating all the workflows, we eliminated bottlenecks and enhanced efficiency to free up our time for other high-impact tasks. Through continuous improvement and feedback, we've built this scalable system primed for revenue growth and allowing the customer to expand without overextending their resources. When it comes to the post-deployment strategy, along the way throughout this whole project, there were definitely some key lessons learned that I hope you will find valuable as well and give you things to think about for your future projects. At a high level, I can just share with you, good beats perfect, leverage AI when you don't know what to do, and remember to introduce the 3 stages of AI adoption to every client you meet with. So let's talk through those areas quickly. When it comes to good beats perfect, when you're designing AI generated content, it can typically, AI can get you 80% of the way there. And whether it was graphics, copy, email drafts, I found that I could get a bulk of the work done with AI, and then by doing quick check-ins with the client, I could close the gap of that final 20% and make sure that I was on the right track to deliver the vision that they had in place for this project. And the takeaway here is really just focus on moving fast and iterate on the back end rather than aiming for perfection up front. Number 2 takeaway, leverage AI when you don't know what to do. For example, when I encountered that DNS server integration challenge, that seemed like damn near impossible for me to do. But thankfully, Perplexity and ChatGPT provided step-by-step guidance for how to troubleshoot and resolve those issues. I'm not kidding. Like, I was this close to just giving up using a GoDaddy landing page and not using the Bolt stuff at all. But I figured if I'm going to do this for future clients, I need to know how to do it now. I stuck it out, and I encourage you to do the same with whatever technical challenges you're facing. Lastly, I'll cover the 3 stages of AI adoption. Now, if you haven't been paying attention to this point, this is the part where you should put down your coffee, turn off the radio or TV or whatever else you got going on, and pay attention. So one key important takeaway for me was understanding not only what are the 3 stages of AI adoption, but how do I walk my customers through those 3 stages so they understand what they could potentially get out of an engagement with me as their AI provider. So to explain what I mean by that, let me talk through the stages real quick. So number 1 is the crawl stage. That's where you start small with a client by giving them, using AI for individual use and simple tasks like generating branded content or just using ChatGPT. Stage 2 is the walk stage, where you use automated processes across multiple departments and start linking things together through APIs or automations. And then stage 3 is fully scalable systems that are packaged so that you could license them externally or sell them to other potential clients in similar venues. So how do I internalize this for my project? Had I had this foresight, I definitely helped the customer through the crawl stage, to some extent through the walk stage, but I didn't think about how I could create an all-encompassing app that they could then go market to the other crypto influencers and other people in their network, because that could be a huge revenue generator for them. Now, I'm probably going to end up doing all that work ultimately, but I could have saved myself a lot of time if I would have kept that in mind in how I built everything at the onset of this project. So going forward, keep the 3 stages of AI in the back of your head when you kick things off with new clients, because at the end of the day, if they have irregular revenue or if they have inconsistent revenue streams, by thinking about scalable systems and how they could start selling those as well with a subscription base, now they have regular revenue. They have a whole new way to 10x their business that they probably weren't even thinking about in the first place. This will not only create a wow moment for your clients, this will guarantee that they refer you to other people as an amazing chief AI officer and knowledge expert. Okay, so thank you for sitting through this entire presentation. And though these results I feel were miraculous, this really wasn't magic. It was mindset. AI and automation turned constraints into advantages, and imagine what you could accomplish just by thinking with AI. So what can you take away from all this? Here's some key lessons to think about. Leverage AI tools to bridge any resource gaps and accelerate timelines. Number 2, focus on high value, low effort solutions to really maximize your ROI in a project. And then number 3, always consider scalability when you're thinking about the AI solutions for your clients. That'll maximize your ability to capitalize on long-term growth. And whether you're launching a new project, streamlining operations, or tackling tight deadlines, just remember generative AI can be a game changer for you. Start small, iterate quickly, and watch the results compound. Once again, I'm Zac Engler. Find me on LinkedIn. Check out my website, Bodhi AI. Tell all your friends, and thank you again for your time. I will see you online.